Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I am fortunate to be at the Industry Collective.
Sir.
Once a quarter, we are really, it's a great idea. All the groups in Oklahoma, the AADE, the IADC, the SPE, Oilfield Helping Hands, Oilfield Station. Yeah, I mean, like all the acronyms, right? I don't want to miss anybody, but AADE, IADC, SPE, on and on.
Yeah. It's collective.
It is a collective.
Yeah.
So we get everybody together, and that way we just have one meeting.
Yeah.
And obviously, when that happens, amazing things happen. We have lists full already filled up, and the speakers, wow.
Yeah, the speakers are good.
Yeah.
I want to go in there and listen to them, but
I'll get you in there in a second.
Yeah, you have some big guys in there.
I've been bugging you for a while to get on here because I'm very interested about you and what you do.
Yep.
So let me give us a little bit of rundown, like how'd you get in oil and gas, and tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, so Nick Burns, I'm the owner of Petrofit. My story in oil and gas, I mean, it's never was planned, I guess, but was 8 years Army, got out of Army, went to school, and then obviously, so engineering. Yep. So I was ME. So I did that for a bit, and then being in Texas, you got to be in oil and gas, right?
What school did you go to?
UH Houston. Then went to Tech for my master's. Wife went there for law school. And after that, I went to Deloitte. So I worked for Deloitte Consulting, did oil and gas consulting for them.
Was that your first introduction into oil and gas?
Yep. So I knew just being here, family was already living here. So being oil and gas, and like, yeah, you're going to be in Texas, you have to know something about oil and gas. So, okay. So that's where it started. And then, did consulting work for them for a lot of the super majors. I did more like facility ops, analytics work. Okay. So did that. And then traveled a lot, had a lot of good clients at Shell, BP, and Chevron. And that's how I transitioned to Midland. So after that, I went to Midland, worked for Chevron, was in the field a bunch. And so that's where it really started with at least Petrofit, because once I was in the field, I saw how unhealthy the industry was.
Yeah.
And that was an eye-opener to me, because there's a lot of guys that are really struggling. They wanted help. They just had no structure. They had nowhere to start. Right? And so
it's a lot. I mean, I was very fit when I was younger. I loved sports and I loved anything athletic and outdoors.
Yep.
But, when you're at the age you get started in this industry young, they throw you in a truck.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's 1 billion hours and you're hitting
500 hours in a truck.
Yeah, you're hitting whatever hotel room you find.
Yeah.
And you're hitting whatever hot box you can find. Immediately you're like, oh my gosh, like I put on some pounds.
Yeah, it hits you before knowing. I mean, I was 280 pounds before Army.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like. It's tough, but it's the lifestyle, and that's where Petrofit really specializes in. It's not just, yes, workouts, nutrition are a part of it, but if that was just the case, we'd all have six packs if that was just going to solve all our problems.
I mean, many of us do, but it's like,
the beer, it's tough. I mean, I still drink my beer, and we teach anything in moderation, but what I found, coaching oil and gas guys for the past almost 5 years now is people just need more structure.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Learn flexibility, balance. Once you find that, there's no reason why you can't stick to it, right? So
what's some of the keys, for us as just men, and maybe just like different age groups of like, hey, here's some things to be on the lookout for, and here's how you can, quickly, kind of help yourself, give you some basic structure, and then, what pushes that forward. I had one buddy tell me, like, Matt, at your age, you have to work out at least 1 hour a day just to maintain where you're at.
Yeah. I think it depends. I mean, it's 90% nutrition.
Sure.
Right? We have guys in the field that are.
I know that now. Yeah. So sure. I'm like,
you saw great success. I know you had transformation.
I got to 350 pounds. Yeah. And now I've lost, over 100.
Yeah. It's awesome. So, I mean, we just, like I said, we have guys in the field who aren't stepping foot in the gym, and they're dropping 15, 30 pounds a month, right? Sustainably, by eating more food. And that's where most people the mindset shift, because they think eating less is the answer, when really it's not, right? Because your body, you're not eating enough, your body holds on to everything. And the heck with you, I'm not going to give you this fat to burn because I think I'm starving myself, right? So we teach people to eat more food, food they enjoy, better food, but flexibility, right? And so if you want to burn
thanks to oil and gas, by the way, you guys, I'm plugging Alex Epstein's book, but Better Nutrition is thanks to oil and gas.
Yeah, there you go. So I mean, we preach. So we have over 120 people in the group. So we have over 120 different ways of coaching people. So we have to cater to their lifestyle. But I can tell you now, to get started, focus on protein. Right?
Focus on what
protein,
you eat.
Water. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. It's the most metabolic thing you can put in your body. So,
what do you think about like all these? I keep seeing these, because obviously Instagram and now Twitter and TikTok know me, and I will buy gadgets. I love gadgets. You see these things that like you stick them into your body.
Cupping ones?
I think so. It's just like a little circle, and you get to like monitor your glucose, and you get it's like measures a few things. Like maybe I don't know. Fat.
I've seen them out there.
Yeah,
those are good. The tools are great, and that's where we're data. Data role for a long time in Chevron, so we use a lot of data. But I think a lot of people just need to learn how to work their body, right? I think learn from it, and that's hard for people. And then just how to make adjustments.
So I come to you. What does Petrofit do for Matt Hill? How do you evaluate me?
Yeah.
And then where do we go from there?
Yeah. So I tell people it's a 4-step process. So once they come in, we dive very deep into your life, your routine, your schedule, right? To figure out what the root cause is holding you back. So that's different for everyone. Once we find that, we provide structure around it. We fill in the gap, right? And that's via our coaching services and also like often the workouts and nutrition piece, but. So we take you through that process, lifestyle assessment, we start customizing the plans around that, and really the coaching method, because I can't coach you the same as Joe next door, right? Different struggles, different barriers.
I grew up with coaches that yelled at me, and so I think that like you probably are gonna have to yell.
So I'm a vet, I'm like Matt. All our coaches are vets, so we know how to push people and
provide structure. Real quick, Matt, just stick your head in here. Hey, we have another ad on there. There you go. Thanks, Matt.
There you go. We're a vet-owned business, operated all vets, and I think we just know what structure looks like for people, and that's how people are successful. But anyway, so the lifestyle assessment, we customize your plans around it. And then from there, what we proud ourselves in is just the community, right? The whole business is built around teaching.
Yep.
So we're supposed to teach, not just give you a workout plan, nutrition plans, to teach you how to maintain it around the lifestyle for 30 years, right? So we're teaching content, sustainability, nutrition habits.
Another 30 years, thank you.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Even me, right? So it's the knowledge environment, and it's just, I think for a lot of people, it's support, accountability. Someone to rely on, someone to kind of tell you what to do, when to do it, why you're doing it, stuff like that. So it's a whole spectrum.
Nice. So fitness, nutrition,
habits, coaching,
time.
Yeah.
I mean, we all need a lot of more time management.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing too. We hear all the time, Nick, I don't have time, but
if Nick comes to your house at 5 a.m. and yanks your butt out of bed and drives you into that street with your sneakers.
I'm not going to lie, I have done that before. And some people need it, and that's why we have to customize it. Some people
might have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Or you might get shot.
Yeah. The commercial, the guy, the coach comes slam the food out of your hand. Hey, if you need it, we'll do that. But, most people don't. But
I remember my wife, I was sitting across from her, and by all means, I was starting to gain weight at that time. When she met me, I was still, young in the oil field, and I wasn't, I may have already started a dad bod kind of situation, but I was eating, and it was just something that wasn't directed at me. It was just something her parents did, or something where they poured water on the plate when they were, like satiated, stop snacking, here's water
pour water,
plate, right? But she reached across the table and poured water on my plate.
That's a good habit to instill in people.
And it made me mad because I was ready to keep on snacking.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you saying I'm fat?"
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh no." I'm like, "She's saying I'm fat."
Until you stop eating. Yeah, I mean, good relationships with food. I think some of the people have some food guilt, and they go through all these fads and doing very restrictive things.
I did. I
binge all the time.
Hardcore keto, and then I went hardcore. There's so many out there.
There's so many out there, and that's just the information world we live in.
Yeah, I mean, keto works. It does. It definitely gets you results.
It has its time and place, I think.
After a while, it's just really sustainability on that is brutal.
It's tough. You can't do it. You need carbs. They're from an energy standpoint. You have to have them, right? Who doesn't love them, right?
Well, also, once you start getting way deep into your whole metabolism, and how carbs are, your muscles depend on it.
From a glycogen standpoint.
Yeah. Crap, I needed that bread.
A lot of maybe when you have bigger muscles, it's the glycogen that's filling you up. The only way to fill glycogen is through carbohydrates. So, that's things we teach. But I'll tell you right now, the number one thing I tell people when they come in, 99% of people just aren't eating enough, and that's the biggest thing. And then once you start eating more, your metabolism starts to function better, and sleep comes better, your energy's better, you're showing up better for your family, your kids.
What do you think about intermittent fasting?
That's probably the only one
that works for
fad that I would implement for people if their schedule and lifestyle accepts it.
Or just find out when it does. Like I just don't eat until noon, and honestly, it's just because I'm not hungry till then.
Yeah.
And I'd probably never eat past 7. Yeah. So that whole time, my clock resets. And my
it depends on people's
insulin levels. It's like
your lifestyle. I can't do it. Because the only time I'm hungry all the time. I just can't do it. I mean, I'm hungry at 4 a.m. till 10 p.m., but my lifestyle just doesn't support it because I'm networking, I'm on calls a lot, and so I have to work out at 4:30 a.m.
It's been fun to watch you grow this, man. I mean, I can't thank you enough.
I would never
being on this podcast, but I mean, this was like a year ago. You were just like, getting all running and stuff. And like, how long did you how long ago did you start the concept of this?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So I started this actually 4 or 5 years ago, but it wasn't Petrofit, it was Burns Fitness. Okay. It's just me and my wife. And then we always helped oil and gas people, being in Midland, Permian. But now we're just very explicit who we help. And we did the rebrand earlier this year, and the business just exploded.
Maybe you can have like a summer fat camp or something. We can all go hang out together.
Yeah, we'll have an event in Midland every year.
There we go.
Petrofat camp.
Petrofat.
Hey, it's funny. People look at our logo. Oh, that's not. I don't have the one here. Oh, it's in the front right here.
Yeah.
With the little rig, and people look at it and say it's Petrofat. I'm like, no, it's Petrofit. Because the tower,
you can have two different businesses.
Yeah.
One's a pie company and one's a fitness company. You gotta feed some guys, get them fat, and then get them on your other thing.
Yeah. But that's it's a brand. Obviously, we created that brand for ourselves, and now we're trying to start getting to Oklahoma and everything. And
it's a worthy cause. We all work so hard at delivering affordable and reliable and abundant energy to the world, but we're not really delivering a reliable energy to ourselves.
Yeah. And I try to market that in my content to get people to realize that it's tough, but
I'm glad you're up here in Oklahoma at this event. And how do people get a hold of you? What's the website?
Yeah, so
you're on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, so it's Nick at petrofit.info or petrofittraining.com.
Petrofittraining.com.
Yep.
Guys, this is Nick Burns and petrofittraining.com. Please support him. Obviously, no matter where you are at in your fitness or life, everybody can use a little help. So take care. God bless.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Matt. Good man.
You look really good. I'm going to use your bottom as my background for my podcast. It's recording right now.
Are you talking?
Oh, yeah.
Why? You can clip it out.
I don't clip these out. I save them for my end of my podcast.
Well, I think it's a good segue.
It's not that hard. It takes a little bit of money, a little bit of context, and I can't remember if I'm going to cover this in a slide in a minute, so if I repeat myself, forgive me in advance. But a little bit of context around that. We have a capital budget this year of $1.5 to $1.8 billion. We're going to spend about $25 to $30 million. So a tiny